What is up, everybody? Welcome to the WWE Smackdown review for Friday, July 18th. Your girl, Denise Salcedo, is finally back. Now, some of you may be wondering, Denise, you're back, but where is Robin, your Smackdown Friday night co host? Unfortunately, Robin is not here today. I completely forgot he wasn't going to be here today. Dropped the ball. I dropped the ball because he's at the WNBA All Star game. As many of you guys know, that is what he covers. But don't worry, your girl has got you, and I will break down what unfolded today on SmackDown because we had quite a bit. Now, the first thing that I want to say is that this is the first SmackDown because I was gone for a couple of weeks, and so I was watching SmackDown on replay afterwards. And so when you watch SmackDown on replay, obviously you're able to fast forward a lot of the commercial breaks and entrances and things like replays and when they like replay certain things, you can fast forward all of that stuff, right? This is the first SmackDown since the 2 hour era begun that I actually watch live. So it's been weeks since I've gotten to watch SmackDown live. And so today I was so excited when I realized that the show is only 2 hours. And I feel the show went by so freaking fast. Oh my God. I sat down, greeted people, went right into the show, and before I knew it, it was over. I do not regret this move from 3 hours to 2 hours. It made SmackDown so much better. And at the end of the week, when I'm thinking of which shows I love the most, SmackDown is going back up there as a contender because I genuinely do enjoy the flow of the show when it's 2 hours. And I still feel like they were able to get a lot of people on the show. And I still feel like they were able to move along a lot of these storylines that they've already been focusing on for weeks. So that's the first thing I want to say. The 2 hour show being back is ace, man. All right, the big thing that we got to get into John Cena and Cody Rhodes. They were on here today, closed out the show, and I really want John Cena and Cody Rhodes and WWE to figure this out for them. I want them to do a kick ass job with this match at SummerSlam. So I'm going to start with that. If any of you guys know what you want for John Cena and Cody Rhodes in order for it to be good at SummerSlam and satisfactory, let me know in the comments whether you're watching live or watching on the replay. What do you want to see out of this that will make this worth it? Because I feel that I have PTSD from their WrestleMania match where I'm not really looking forward to the SummerSlam match. When I think of SummerSlam, I start thinking of a bunch of other matches that are announced for the show before I even think of John Cena versus Cody Rhodes, which is very unfortunate to say because that's most likely going to be the night two main event is what I'm presuming for that. So the fact that we are kind of sitting here and going like, oh yeah, so John Cena and Cody Rhodes, they were under the same roof today, but not that much happened. All they did was a contract signing, but they tried to make it seem like the match wasn't gonna happen, right? So John Cena goes out there and he says that he's emotionally exhausted. And I thought, I'm stealing that from now on. Whenever I don't feel like doing anything, I'm gonna claim that I'm emotionally exhausted, by the way. uh, and so he started talking about how Netflix knows this and I don't know what else, and that it's a last minute thing, but he's being serious, and he's not going to be at SummerSlam, and this match isn't going to happen. And I think all of us watching that knew, yeah, right, bud, like for sure you're not going to wrestle at SummerSlam. Like we all know that's definitely not going to happen. We know we're going to see you at SummerSlam. But what I was thinking was, why are they doing this, right? Like there's got to be like this big reveal as to why they're doing it this way. There really wasn't anything other than them basically Cody Rhodes attacking John Cena when he walked away. So the walking away allowed John Cena to allowed Cody Rhodes to go out and chase after John and go after him, bring him into the ring, give him a whooping, freaking splash off the top rope onto the table to John Cena while Cody is holding on to the contract. And then forcefully force John Cena to sign the contract for this matchup. So John was basically being a coward, was trying to back out of facing Cody Rhodes, and that was not going to happen clearly. So that was really it. They did add a stipulation, which is huge. I'm excited for the stipulation. They added that this is a street fight. Now, if you guys know anything about me, you know that I'm a sucker for quite a few things. One of those is a street fight. And of course, ladder matches. I love ladder matches. But the street fight, I think that this being a street fight will make this match drastically better because from what I saw after WrestleMania match, I feel, and I'm sorry to say this, but I feel that John Cena and Cody Rhodes do not have the best in ring chemistry together. And that is based off that freaking WrestleMania match. After, because we all talk about that WrestleMania match not being good, right? We talk about how, Travis Scott was out there and he took forever and he was walking so slow. And we talk about Cody Rhodes not taking the freaking chair shot when he had the chance and it made him look stupid. We talk about all of that. But I feel what we don't talk about enough, or maybe I don't talk about enough, is how even before the Cody not taking the chair shot, and even before Travis Scott coming out, was that the match between John Cena and Cody Rhodes was just not that good. And that is just the truth on that for me, at least. It's my truth. That's how I felt when I was watching this matchup. So, with the element of it being a street fight, I think that makes it a little bit more exciting because now we got the stipulation. Okay, it's going to completely change the dynamic of this match, which is, I think, what we needed. However, I think now we know that we are most likely going to get everyone and their mothers involved in this matchup. Like, we're going to probably see Travis Scott once again. I don't know about The Rock. A couple of people have asked me whether or not I expect The Rock to come out. I'll be completely honest. I want him to come out, but I just don't know anymore. I really just don't know anymore about that. I've gotten to the point where my expectations of The Rock coming out are just always going to be at zero. Always and forever. They will be at zero until he actually comes out. Great, amazing, wonderful, love it. But they're going to remain at zero so that if he doesn't come out, there won't be this, oh, it didn't happen. And then if he does come out, I'll be elated. Great. He's out there. Let's see what happens, right? So if you ask me, do I think The Rock is going to come out? I truly don't have an answer for you, but I would like to see it. We did get a mention again of The Rock today as Cody Rhodes was sort of recapping his journey in WWE this year. And my favorite part of it, and I even tweeted this out, my favorite part of that Cody Rock mention was that he said, I didn't flinch when The Rock wanted my soul. And I thought, damn right, buddy, you just stood there and let The Rock caress your face. Damn, bro, I haven't been touched like that since the honeymoon. That's a joke, by the way. All right. I'm on one tonight, guys. I'm on one tonight. All right. I'm done. I popped myself. Anyways, so no, for reals. So it wasn't anything too crazy, but that's the gist of it. I'm more excited now for the SummerSlam matchup with Cody and John. I think they needed this added stipulation. Seth Ross says TMI. Oh man, so funny. All right. Well, that was really like one of the biggest topics of the night, but there was still a lot of really great stuff that took place on SmackDown that I do want to get into. So I'm going to go in a chronological format and knock this out. So Charlotte Flair versus Raquel Rodriguez. Now, this was a match where both girls, they had their cute little buddies out there. Now that I think about it, wow, they really did have their cute little buddies out there. Charlotte. So when I was doing the watch along for this match, I was talking about how there aren't really many girls on the roster that are the size of Charlotte Flair or the size of Raquel or the size of Rhea, because a lot of the women in WWE are very petite. And I had said that I like to watch Charlotte and Raquel wrestle because they're both around the same stature. So I thought, okay, that's really cute, right? Like I like that. But now this is what makes it cute is that they both have a small friend. And I say this because I'm the small friend too. Okay, so no diss to Alexa or Roxanne because I think actually they're both taller than me, so it's all right. I can say this as a fellow short person. I can talk about this. Alexa Bliss being out there with Charlotte Flair, her cute little friend, and then Roxanne Perez being out there with Raquel, her cute little friend too. We saw both of them try to get involved. Roxanne, of course, being first because they're the heel group, and then Alexa Bliss, obviously having the back of her friend Charlotte Flair. So I love this. I really, really love this. I have been saying how I've been wanting to see Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss basically become the tag team champions. I do think it'll happen at SummerSlam, so I'm feeling pretty damn good about it. I think it's just the right way to go. Like they are hot, they're exciting. We're gonna see them face Raquel and Roxanne at SummerSlam. So I feel like that's definitely going to be where they win the tag team titles. On top of that, I also liked that they announced that next week we're going to be seeing Alexa Bliss versus Roxanne Perez. Oh God, I'm so excited. I'm excited for this because when I was doing the watch along, I was talking about how Alexa Bliss and Roxanne Perez, we mentioned the height similarities. They're very petite, very, very similar in lots of ways, but also their style. They're two cute little hot topic girls. And we're gonna be seeing our cute two little hot topic girls wrestle each other next week on SmackDown. So this for me feels like a dream because I really like Alexa and I really like Roxanne. And so seeing them mix it up together, I'm really looking forward to that heading into SummerSlam. But overall, the Charlotte Alexa Bliss team could not have come at a better time. Truly, that this has turned things around for Charlotte. I can cheer for Charlotte and no one gets mad at me anymore. I love this because y'all know that I've been a Charlotte Flair fan for a very long time. I know a lot of people were already over Charlotte Flair, and now I feel like she has weaseled her way into people's hearts and got in a soft spot now through her pairing with Alexa Bliss. So I am happy that I can come out here and continue to cheer for Charlotte Flair now that she's with Alexa. So, good stuff that we saw with all of that. Now, the other big story that played out during the show, we kind of saw threaded in and out of the night. So, we kicked off the show with an accident angle. And basically, the what is it? My Family Tree, MFT, sorry, with the font and everything, I want to say MJF. But anyways, MFT, My Family Tree, this current iteration of Sola Sikoa's bloodline was involved in a little bit of a car accident. Now we didn't actually see it, but they were banged up and the authorities were out there and Pierce was out there and they were trying to figure out, okay, what happened here? What went wrong, right? Who did it? And of course, they went to go blame Jacob Fatu instantly, right? Instantly they were like, oh yeah, this guy, he's was a criminal once. He's going to be always a criminal. Sola Sikoa even said those very words on a promo later on that evening. So they basically judged Fatu off of his past and assumed that he was the one that did this to MFT. It was later revealed that it was not him, but in fact, it was Solo Sikoa. So I guess Solo Sikoa just played Boy Who Cried Wolf, and there wasn't probably even an accident or anything. They just pretended it all. And so Solo Sikoa gets arrested. Now, this was the funniest shit on the show. This was the funniest shit on the show. I don't care what anyone says. Fight me in the comments. This was the funniest thing that happened, and I'm going to tell you why. One of the classic video images that we have seen throughout WWE history is we've seen a lot of people get arrested in wrestling, of course. But the most one that is the most iconic, the coolest one, the one where you're like, oh shit, that's badass. It's Stone Cold Steve Austin, right? Like Stone Cold Steve Austin with his handcuffs behind him and he's, cursing up a storm and he's, doing the thing and he's got so much freaking attitude and he's a real badass, right? Like that's Stone Cold Steve Austin. And then Sola Sikoa was arrested today. And it was the funniest thing because he was whatever the opposite of Stone Cold Steve Austin is, that was Sola Sikoa. The complete opposite of Stone Cold Steve Austin. He was boiling hot, Steve Austin. Complete opposite, all right? He went out there, he was getting arrested. You can tell he didn't really know how to he didn't really know how to react. And then the best part was he did like a little kick. He was trying to like kick the policeman or whatever. It was the funniest thing ever. And so go back and watch it. My words do not do this justice. Go back and watch that segment if you didn't see it. Um, all right. So Sola Sikoa, we did actually see, by the way, a matchup here. Oh no, wait, I'm sorry. It was the attack. Excuse me. I don't know why I was thinking it was a match for a second. It was the attack that we ended up seeing. Sola Sikoa, Jimmy Uso. They go out there, they fight MFT, and it was after the fight that we found out that it was Sola Sikoa. But this was kind of cool. They teamed up to try to take out Tala Tonga, Jimmy and Fatu. They did everything they possibly could to take out Tala Tonga. Very cool stuff. I actually did like this, like beat down this attack that they did. This whole entire melee was fun. I actually feel like they did, even though I'm like making fun of Sola Sikoa, please understand that I actually love this because I thought it was hilarious the way that he was arrested. I love the brawl that happened between all of them. I thought it was perfectly executed. And I also did like how Sola Sikoa, how Jacob Fatu, we've known is that guy. And honestly, like, had it been him, I would have been like, let's fucking go. Like, let's do this. You know, I want to see badass Fatu. For a fact, if they did a thing where they like, which I don't think they should, I don't know if they should or if they shouldn't. I don't know what the rules are with that, considering he does have a past. I don't know what the rules are with that. But if they did do something like that where they ended up arresting Jacob Fatu, you just know it'd be badass, though. He would actually look the part of someone who was getting her. Like he would look like badass, like Stone Cold Steve Austin did. So that's where I'm at with that. But I did enjoy what they did here. So that was pretty fun. All right, let me see what else really won me over. We do got a super chat, by the way. Thank you so much, Joe Compton. Appreciate you. He says, just showing some love to my DWO family. When are the DW shirts coming out? Joe, we actually do have some DWO shirts over at Pro Wrestling Tees. I have so much stuff to promote. I usually forget to promote my stuff. I'm awful. But yes, Pro Wrestling Tees, you see it here on the stream. We do have DWO shirts. They are available to order. All you have to do is type in my name on Pro Wrestling Tees and you will find yourself a DWO shirt. So you are more than welcome to check that out. We also have some California Connection shirts for those of you who are fans of the Wednesday show. That is also a thing over at Pro Wrestling Tees. Thank you so much for asking, Joe. All right, let me get back to, okay, thank you, Joe. All right, so the other thing that we got was Carmelo Hayes versus Damian Priest. This was unfortunately cut short by Aleister Black getting involved, causing a DQ, which was kind of unfortunate, but it was let me explain why it was unfortunate. It was unfortunate because I was really excited about this match, and I think that Carmelo Hayes is a phenomenal wrestler. I think all of these guys here are good wrestlers, right? And so that's why I actually wanted to see the match with Damian and with Carmelo. And it felt important to me, maybe not to everybody, but it felt important to me to see like a nice, good wrestling match. And that's what I wanted to see out of that. But it was unfortunately cut short. And of course, we're continuing this whole Damian Priest, Aleister Black storyline, which I have been intrigued by. So I can't really rip that apart or anything like that. I'm intrigued by that. Stephanie Vaquer defeated Alba Fire. This was a much better match than I had anticipated. And the reason I say that is because I feel like a lot of the matches that they've had Alba Fire and Piper Niven in the last couple of months, I feel like ever since they've been part of the Secret Harvest, like they've been really funny, right? But match wise, because they have to go out there in the suits, they're just not wrestling the exact same the way they normally would if they were in their regular gear, and their matches are booked a little bit differently. So I was kind of thinking, okay, this is basically just going to be a really quick squash and Stephanie's going to take out Alba. But we did get a little bit more than just a squash. It still wasn't anything too intense, but she did take the devil's kiss and the Viper Bomb and all of that. And Stephanie Vaquer gets the W. Gets the W there. So good stuff around there. But yeah, it could have been more. I think it could have been a better match had Alba Fire been Alba Fire in this matchup and not Alba Fire in the secret Hervis Alba fighter. All right, a really good wrestling match that we did get to see, though. This was the one that gave me my daily fix for the day. Was the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match, DIY versus Ray Phoenix and Andrade versus Fraction versus Motor City Machine Guns. Dive party, super kick party, you name it. All of the parties happened in this matchup here. This was a really, really nice, just go getter type of match where each guy went in there, hit their spot, did their thing. And the best part of this, I was so thrilled when Andrade got the win for his team with Ray Phoenix. Now, the reason why I was thrilled about that was because I like the pairing of Ray Phoenix and Andrade. Andrade is a guy that even when the show was 3 hours, wasn't even getting and like really anything on the show. So the fact that he's now teaming with Ray and they're going to go up against the Wyatt Six, I'm not expecting them to defeat the Wyatt Six, but let me tell you, if Ray Phoenix and Andrade became tag team champions, I would be so freaking happy. You would be able to measure my smile with a ruler, and my smile would be bigger than the freaking ruler because that is how much I would be so invested in that. Now, yeah, that was basically it. Like, I'm happy that they got an opportunity, and I kind of hope that we do get to see them do a little bit more as a tag team. So I was on board with that, and the match was very enjoyable to see. We got Sleaze Boy. What up, Sleaze Boy? He says, I opened up my Instagram, and what do I see? The GOAT, Tongaloa, botching before the show even started. Who gave him the keys to the vehicle? Poor Tongaloa. Tongaloa out here botching. How sad. Thank you, Sleaze Boy, for the super chat, for popping in, and all of that. Thank you. You're the best, man. We got Corey MacArthur, the most stylish member of the DWO, says, yo, Denise, buy a busy weekend for me. Busy week for me. How are you? Corey, you're always busy. I love that. You always make life sound very exciting. I got to say that. I'm doing good. I have a pretty fun weekend coming up, doing Busted Open tomorrow morning, doing Busted Open Sunday. I'm doing a Slammiversary watch along here on the channel this weekend. And I'm also going to a birthday party and a baby shower on Saturday, back to back. So a lot is happening this weekend, which is good. I like when weekends are like this. Thank you, Corey, for being a DWO member for 25 months. And we also got Ebony Prince who sent in a super sticker. Ebony, thank you kindly. All right. So, do we got anything else? Shit. No, that was it, guys. 2-hour SmackDown. Knocked it out of the park. Next week on the show, we're going to get the match between the Wyatt Six versus Andrade and Ray Phoenix. Alexa Bliss versus Roxanne Perez. Jelly Roll, and Randy Orton, and Drew McIntyre, and Logan Paul will all be appearing live. Of course, we are getting closer and closer to a 2-night SummerSlam, so I'm definitely feeling good about that so far. So there you guys have it, this mini SmackDown review with yours truly. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys, as always. Thank you for the support, for the love. I will be back for Slammiversary, so make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, check out the videos, go hit the likes, go leave some comments. It really helps the channel grow so much more, and I'm really trying to grow the channel more than ever before, and it's really hard during the summers. I feel like summer is not always the best time because people are out living lives and not at home watching YouTube, which is great for you guys, bad for me. So please be here, support, give some love, all of that. Thank you guys so much, and we'll catch you on the next one. Have an awesome weekend, everybody. Bye.